Okay, we're back on the air, and it's almost 5 p.m. on the 27th of June 2012 at the Riley Rock Shelter in Schoharie, New York. We've been excavating the north unit for about 3 hours, and we found a metalwood point, a couple of tips, utilized flake, hammer, an anvil stone, some bone, and right now we are outside of the wall edge, probably about 5 feet, and probably into the next unit, which would be north of north. We'll have to get some measurements, but anyways, I just found a really cool artifact, and you can see I was excavating up the hill, and underneath where that plastic tub is with the debitage and artifacts, I was under that rock, found a tip under that rock, and then it said it'd save all that rubble for another day. You can see how difficult it's going to be to move all that stone. And so then I turned, instead of going west, which I was, which is the direction of that rock, I went more north, and which I intended to do when I came here anyways. So I went north, and I've just found an incredible artifact, and you're going to see it right now. Well, we haven't found any of these here yet. Look at that. Too bad it didn't have the tip. That's a Rossville point. You don't find a lot of them down here, although last year I found one on the trail about 1/8 of a mile from here, right on the trail, from where the logging operation scalped out some more of the trail, and it was laying right there after a hard rain. It's the first Rossville I've seen down here, but this is a classic Rossville. Let me pick it up.
It turns out it's an Adena point.
Show you. They have that unique tail that comes down. You can actually see where I hit it. That little streak. It's got almost some serration on it. I've cleaned it up, of course, in the water. Take a picture of that. It's a nice point. I believe it's transitional. Somewhere around Orient time, Meadowwood time, it fits right in there. Kind of consistent with the rock shelter. It's at a depth of about 3 to 4 inches. It's really hard to tell. You can see because of the slope in here, going downhill and all this rubble. Exactly, keeping the depth is a hard choice, but we'll put a tape on it and see. I think you could call it 4 inches because of this light, I think, distance between the two. Comes in at about 30 inches, so 2.5 feet away. Or if the guy just sat in the middle right here and busted it, he sat, and one piece went to the right, and the other piece went to the left, there's a good chance it's the same arrowhead. Now, I wouldn't just be making all this up unless I've done something with it already, right? So, let's see what we can do with this. Pick this one piece up, pick this tip up, and watch this. Lo and behold, right there is a match. If I can hold it in place. There's a ridge line that continues from the bigger piece right onto the little piece. And that's how I know it's the same arrowhead. I'm going to try to hold that. Take that picture.
It could be a killed Adena point, such as the other killed Gorget and Metalwood cache blades found on the site.
I think that worked. It's 5 o'clock whistle. Time to quit. So that's the point. So Rossville Point, broken, 30 inches apart, just about the same height. And I'm convinced that's it. It's missing a piece out of the side. Now I'll show you the problem spot when it blew up. You see that gap in there? Am I holding that right? I'm going to have to fill that gap in. 5-minute epoxy will take care of it. That's the point. Unbelievable. Had it happened before, it's not that unbelievable. Actually, we have 2 breaks in this rock shelter that were found separately, and I haven't glued them yet, so it's already happened in here. There's a coyote right above me. Hear it? Holy Christ. I think it's time to pack and get out of here. That's a pack of coyotes. Wild coyotes. They could eat me. The reality is, that's a mother coyote teaching her little cubs, kittens, whatever you call them, how to tell time. What do you mean tell time? Well, the 5 o'clock whistle went off. All coyotes start yipping at the 5 o'clock whistle. It's time to go search for dinner. So they're just reacting as Mom says. Whenever you hear that whistle at 5 o'clock, you start yipping. And that tells all the other coyotes in the valley it's time for dinner. It's too funny. They're probably up there underneath that rock ledge terrace mountain. They got a little cave. I've seen a few up there. And she's probably got a litter of who knows what, 4, 6, 8 little pups, kittens, whatever. And they'll be on the prowl, eating everything that moves in the valley, from deer to woodchucks to rabbits. It's all good for the coyote. He's a scavenger, and he's a survivor. Okay, so that's it for right now. We're going to shut this down and come back on. We find something else. So it's a Rossville Point at the Riley Rock Shelter on the 27th of June, 2012, in the very edge of the north unit, we'll call it. And it looks like it's a transitional point. Now we got to find some pottery close by.